Hey everybody, this is Emily Colpe here, and I'm here to show you the initial setup process for using Zoom as your video conferencing tool. The first thing you're going to do is go to your web browser and type in zoom.us. This is true even if you're on an iPad and you're planning on using the Zoom app to run your video conferencing. The things in the setting you can only do through the browser, so make sure if you're on an iPad like me, you use Safari so you can go to this website and access this. I'm going to go to sign in up in the right corner, and I'm going to scroll down and sign in with Google. I'm going to use my school Google account, and then I get this screen here. It'll be a little overwhelming, but remember, this is only overwhelming because they've given us so many great advanced features for free for the next couple months as we figure all of this out. So the part you actually need to look at for getting started is going to Settings on the left. And there's a ton of really cool things in here you can change the defaults for every video conference you do, but the couple I want to make sure you know about, these two will determine whether your video shows automatically when you start your video conference, and this one determines whether by default you see your end user's video. This one here is if you want to allow people to join before the host does. That's your personal preference. If you think shenanigans may happen while you're not there, you might want to turn that off. I'm going to scroll down a little farther. This is if you want to require a password to join your video conference. But here's another one. Mute participants upon entry. Turn this one on. If any of you have been in a Zoom chat by now, you know that the feedback can be kind of loud and awful. So the first thing you want when people to come in is by default to have their audio off until they turn it on. And then you can give them the ground rules about who gets to talk and when. Scrolling down, chat is the section I really want you to pay attention to and make sure you choose those settings because the defaults won't necessarily be what you want. The chat feature allows people to have a back channel. You can have a public one for the whole group where everybody can ask questions and answer them. You also have some other abilities to make it so they can only ask the host questions and only you can answer, but that's specific to the chat. The one I really want you to think about turning off, because by default it's on, is private chat. Private chat allows individuals inside your chat to have side conversations and you won't be able to see them or record them. So I would suggest turning it off so we don't run into any issues with digital safety. I also would turn on auto saving chats just to have a record of everything that was said in the chat during the video conference. Okay, so there's lots of other useful settings down in here and I'll let you all look through them. I will point out that some of the ones under advanced, like breakout room, you could only use if you are using Zoom as a host from a computer like a PC or a Mac. The app won't let you use breakout room if you are the host. If you have any other questions with the actual setup process, though, don't hesitate to reach out to your digital learning staff. Otherwise, check out the next video for how to get started with your first video conference.